deep breaths.
a couple weeks ago.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Kimberly.
Kim, slow deep breaths, okay?
Trying to get him away from me.
Okay.
You know, and scratching him or whatever I could do to send him away from me.
Incident domestic battery. Response location residential property. Jurisdiction undisclosed in source footage. Date not specified. Charges domestic battery physical contact plus domestic battery bodily harm.
Make it two-person unit.
How you doing?
English?
Yeah. Okay. I just asked if you're Al and you didn't say anything, so. Can you come on out with the officers and talk? Where's the wife at? Upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Why don't you step down with these gentlemen and talk to them, okay?
Do you have any weapons on you? No.
Is there a check real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Get in here with Joe.
Yeah, you can get in there.
Why don't we come down? Take a couple more steps down. So, what's going on today, Al?
Al, what's going on?
No comment.
No comment?
You can't tell us what happened?
You don't know why we're here right now?
Al, we're investigating an incident, and we need your side of the story. Can you tell us what happened between you and your wife?
No comment.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Let
you
me get his information while we're standing there.
Perfect. Does it hurt when you breathe at all? Okay.
My
Slow
left
deep
side
breaths.
a couple weeks ago.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Kimberly.
Kim, slow deep breaths, okay? Slow,
What happened
deep
to your
breaths.
left side?
A couple weeks ago,
Okay.
he kneed me when he had me down, and I went to the emergency room, and of course lied that I fell into something and nothing was wrong, and they just gave me a shot for the pain.
Alright.
It's this side, he's getting worse.
Alright, do you want to go to the hospital and get checked out?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you have any, did he only hit you in the chest, or is there other markings or anything like that?
I don't know, he just
Did he punch you, push you? What happened?
pushed me.
And did you
pushed
fall
me,
down?
Pulled my hair and stuff, and he got against the bed and hurt me.
Okay. What was
And
the reason
of
for
course, I
that?
went after him too.
So he wanted to get your phone, they said?
What?
He was trying to get your phone, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get my phone.
Why was he doing that?
He just, I don't know. He wanted my phone to look at it or something. I don't know. And I
Okay.
said, please give me my phone.
Okay. All right.
Can we help you?
Are you
out?
looking to send complaints against him for domestic
Yes,
battery?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't trust him. He's got a thyroid problem and it's not stable. I can't do it anymore.
That's fine. He's not going to talk to us, so if you guys just want to hang out with him, we'll go and talk to him.
Yep. I want to make a statement now, buddy. You can save yourself right now if you want to make a statement. Otherwise,
Save myself?
yeah, from if you know.
What?
What allegedly
Let's hang
happened?
out with him. Yeah. He's moving out the way. 91, did we get any type of statement before she leaves? Is she going to the hospital or is she just...
in the ambulance.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because he's no comment.
Okay.
you just want to. She's coming down.
He's not right.
You're going to stay here. You're not moving. Big boys in front of you, and don't do that.
Away from the stairs. Away from the stairs. Away from the stairs.
Just rats in the ambulance.
Kim.
Look, bud, like I said, you can help yourself if you just tell us what happened. If you're not going to talk, you're not going to talk. We don't have your side of the story, okay? There's two sides to every story.
No, there's not.
What's that?
Yes, there is. There's three sides. One side, the other side, and the truth.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
We just want to get to the bottom of the truth.
Story, and the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Right. That's why, if I could get your side of the story, then we could help you out. But we don't know nothing right now. You know? We only know what she's saying. And if that's what she's saying, then that's what we got to go with. So the more you tell us, the more you can help out yourself, and not just rely on what she says. You know.
You said you're going through some hard times right now. You might be having difficulties at work, and you got some issues with your thyroid. Is that right?
How long you guys been married? Too long? 22 years.
22 years. That's older than some of the officers we got.
Yeah, I know.
Man, we never been out here before, so I don't think you're a bad guy or nothing like that. I just think something happened today. I just think something happened today. I don't think you're a bad guy, okay? I think something happened today. We're trying to figure out what happened here. She's telling us her side, and I want to know how you feel or what happened on your side.
Kim, while they're working, just give us a general run through of how this started and what happened, okay? It doesn't have to be like a whole day or a month. This has been going on. Just what happened today, the incident that we're here for now.
He's been verbally and abusing me and physically abusing me. He's got a thyroid problem. He just had a call today from his boss that he's probably going to get fired if he doesn't shape up, and he's in a bad mood, and he's hurt me, and he keeps on trying to take my phone, and just, he's awful to me.
How did he hurt you today, Kim?
He came at me and with his face forward into me, and then trying to get my phone, and we're shuffling around.
When you say his face into you, do you mean like a headbutt? Like, did he strike you with his face?
He didn't strike me, but he had headbutted up to me.
Okay. And where exactly did he hit you with that? With his head?
His forehead.
So his forehead to your forehead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did this cause you any pain?
No. Just him forcing me down because 2 days before that he hurt me in this area.
Okay, you said he forced you down today?
Yeah.
Okay, how exactly did he do that?
Pushing me, his force on me against the bed.
Strike you to the left arm straight still, okay?
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, it'll get kind of tight.
Okay, so he grabbed onto you and forcefully held you down?
Yeah, and I tried grabbing his hair and that and trying to get him away from me.
Okay.
And scratching him or whatever I could do to send him away from me.
Okay. How long was that going on for, approximately?
I don't know, half hour? I don't know. He's been doing that all day, though. He's been agitated, and he's not right. He's not right in the head with his thyroid.
Okay. What was he saying to you while this was happening?
I don't know. I don't know. Just mean things.
Just mean things?
Mean things.
Okay. How did this behavior make you feel?
I'm frightened of him. I'm frightened. I don't know when he's going to do this, and it's getting into a pattern now, and I don't know.
Okay, when you say a pattern, like a couple times?
This is about the 5th time he's hurt me, and I'm the only one taking care of him.
Okay, like 5th time since you guys have been married?
Oh, no.
When you say 5th time, do you mean
since he's had this thyroid problem.
How long is that? How long has he had it for?
He's had it for about a good 6 months now. We're trying to get him regulated.
Kim, today, did he strike you at all with his hands or his fists?
No.
Did he slap you? Did he hit you in the head, hit you in the arms, anything like that?
Yeah, it hit me in the head, hit me in the arms,
okay,
yeah.
With what, like an open hand slap or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Kim, do you want him arrested?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You willing to sign the complaint to come down to the police department and sign for it?
I don't know. I just don't want him near me.
Okay. Well, that's part of the process. If you want to kind of move forward with the charges, that's something you're not going to have to see him, but you're going to have to once you're settled in, make a trip to the police department and just do a signature for us. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something like something you'd want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust him.
Okay. At any point did you strike him?
I defended myself.
Okay, but it was all a defensive situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Legal classification. This encounter involves a custodial interrogation attempt, a victim's statement interview, and a warrantless arrest based on probable cause, each governed by distinct constitutional frameworks. Fifth Amendment right to silence. Subject Al twice states, no comment. Under Bergwis v. Tompkins, 560 U.S. 3702010, an unambiguous invocation of the right to silence requires officers to cease questioning immediately. Miranda custody threshold. At this stage, Al remains in his home. Under Berkemer v. McCarty, 468 U.S. 4201984, Miranda warnings attach only upon custodial interrogation. The threshold question whether a reasonable person would feel free to leave. Fifth Amendment violation scrupulous honor rule. Officers continue questioning after Al's invocation. Under Michigan v. Mosley, 423 U.S. 961975 reinterrogation. after invocation requires 1 significant time lapse and 2 re-administration of Miranda warnings. Neither condition is met here. Any statement obtained may be suppressed.
Okay. All right, Al. You want to tell us what happened?
It's up to you. This is your last chance. We're going to ask you. If you don't want to talk to us, you don't have to talk to us, but we're giving you the option right now to give us your side of the story. This would be the time where you talk to us or you tell us you don't want to talk to us.
No?
I will tell you this. Both my shoulders are out. Okay? This had nothing to do with what happened today. If you could handcuff me in the front, that would be appreciated. Behind the back is going to be really rough.
Sure.
We'll do that for
Why don't
you.
you step
As long
up,
as you're
head down
cooperative, we'll work with you. We don't want you to...
We're not here to cause you any more harm, all right? But we are here to do a job, so.
Lock the door.
No, we're not here to lock doors and everything like that. Step down here.
I can
Your wife's
make
going to
sure
stay
it's
here.
secure. Oh, she's going to stay?
Yeah.
What?
We need you to stand up, Al. Just come down here.
Come down to the bottom here.
Yeah.
You don't want to handcuff you on the steps.
Have we lock the door first?
We'll take care of the door.
I got my sergeant here. We'll figure that out. Go with these guys.
We're going to walk down, okay? Can you walk down? There you go.
You're going front, right? You want me to hold the bottle?
Here, you got it.
Yeah, here's your water bottle. I got it. I'll hold it for you. You don't drop
You
it.
can't have it in the car. We might give it back to you at the station.
Oh, this is really happening. Well, you don't want to talk to us, man. We're trying to help you out. Easy.
All right, I'm going to double lock. I'm going to double lock these so they don't
Not
tighten up
going
on your
nowhere.
wrists. Okay. We're going to walk this way, Al, okay?
Switch incident to arrest them.
Yeah. I gotta do another search here real quick, Al, so you can just stand right there for me.
All I got is a wallet and my phone.
Yep, I'm gonna take those out of your pockets.
I gotta make a phone call.
We'll let you do that later. All right, Al, we're gonna walk this way.
Yeah, goodbye.
Interrogation tactic voluntariness test. Officers state you can save yourself right now under Colorado versus Connolly 479 U.S. 1571986. Implied promises of leniency can render a statement involuntary if sufficient to overbear the suspect's will, violating the Due Process Clause 14th Amendment. Functional equivalent of interrogation. We only know what she's saying. The more you tell us, the more you can help yourself. Under Rhode Island versus Innis, 446 U.S. 2911980 statements reasonably likely to elicit an incriminating response constitute interrogation regardless of framing. This exchange meets that threshold. Victim statement hearsay exceptions. Kimberly's on-scene account qualifies as present sense impression free 8031, excited utterance free 8032. Both are non-testimonial in nature, admissible without confrontation concerns under Crawford versus Lash. Washington, 541 U.S. 362004. Probable cause warrantless arrest under Illinois versus Gates, 462 U.S. 2131983. Probable cause requires a substantial chance of criminal activity, not certainty. A detailed first-hand victim account consistent with observed physical injury satisfies the Gates standard for a warrantless domestic battery arrest. Mandatory arrest doctrine under VAWA-aligned mandatory arrest statutes adopted in 22 U.S. states once probable cause for domestic battery exists, officers are legally obligated to arrest independent of whether the victim signs a complaint. Victim cooperation affects prosecution viability, not arrest authority. Domestic battery statutory elements. 2 discrete charges are supported. 1 physical contact of an insulting, provoking nature. 720 ILCS 512-3.2 2, causing bodily harm to a household member. 720 ILCS 512-3,2a1 constitutes an independent count requiring separate proof beyond a reasonable doubt. In Re Winship 397 U.S. 3581970, prior bad acts, FRE 404B, Kimberly describes 5 prior incidents of physical abuse over 6 months. Under FRE, 404B prior acts are admissible to prove intent, motive, knowledge, and absence of mistake, directly rebutting any accidental contact offense. Prior ER visit constitutes independent corroborating medical evidence. Self-defense and primary aggressor analysis. Kimberly admits retaliating physically. Under general self-defense statutes, for example, 720 ILCS 57-1 mutual contact does not nullify probable cause. Officers must apply primary aggressor determination factors, severity of injuries, prior history, and initiation of force. ADA accommodation during arrest. AL requests front handcuffing due to bilateral shoulder injuries. Under the 8A 42 U.S.C. Section 12132 and Tennessee v. Lane, 541 U.S. 509-2004, law enforcement must provide reasonable accommodations in arrest procedures where practicable and consistent with custody security. Right to counsel and Section 1983 liability. AL's request to make a phone call implicates Sixth Amendment rights. Under Rothbury v. Gillespie County, 554 U.S. 1912008, counsel rights attach at the initiation of formal proceedings. Unreasonable delay in honoring this request creates Section 1983 civil rights exposure for officers and the department. Key Lessons 1. Cease questioning immediately upon any invocation of silence. Mosley. 2. Save yourself language may void confessions under Connolly. 3. Victim statements alone can establish probable cause under Gates. 4. Mandatory arrest laws remove officer discretion once PC is established. 5. ADA accommodation during arrest is a legal obligation, not a courtesy. 6. Denial of phone access post-arrest creates Section 1983 civil liability.